All right. Hello, Rochelle, and we just lost Yolanda. But anyway, hello, everybody. So I'm so glad that you're here. And of course, if you don't know me, I am Nicole Williams. I have some of you I know, some of you I don't on this meeting. So I want to give a little bit of an introduction about what this is and why we're doing it. And then I'll introduce Tiffany Culbertson, and then we'll start. But this is the Mind Your Butterfly Support Group, because I haven't thought of another name besides support group yet. But what this is, if you have been following me or I do know you, you know, at a certain time that I started a weight loss journey in 2019. And I did an event at first just because, you know, everybody was losing weight. I wanted to lose weight. I didn't have any real reasons besides I wanted to look a certain way. And as I started going through my journey and I started realizing it's not just about how I look, it's about how I feel and how my mind and how, you know, how my feelings and how my mindset and how I felt towards myself got better, which kind of kept me on my path and kept me on my journey. And as I started talking to people and people started seeing changes in me, it was always questions about, oh, you know, how are you doing it? I think I need to do things like that. And I realized how so many women feel that they aren't good enough or they can't do this or they can't do that. And I always say, if I can do it, absolutely anybody can do it. I didn't have that mindset in the beginning. So it became as important to me to keep my mindset right um, as I was going through this, not only for my healthy journey, just in general of how I dealt with people, how I felt about myself, how I started doing more things in the world. And I just feel that it was something that came to me that I had to start helping others and trying to bring information out to others to have the same thoughts, have the same kind of mind changes that I had for them to go through their life. So it's something that came to me. It was a lot of prayer. It was a lot of the Lord telling me, you know, this is what you need to be doing. I've thought about it for a long while. And about a couple of months ago, the Lord said, now it's time. So when the Lord said it was time, I said, okay. And things have just been, you know, coming, coming along as I go. So this is the first meeting. I'm so excited. I'm nervous, but I'm so excited about starting this. And I'm so excited that if anything that I can bring to you guys or find people that I have followed or have inspired me, I can help other women at the same time. So this group it's going to be about healthy eating. It's going to be about, you know, feeling better about yourself. It's going to be about all different types of things. So I can just see it growing. So I'm glad you're here. And today we have Miss Tiffany Culbertson with us, and she is a plus size running coach and mindset coach, nutritional, personal trainer, nutrition coach, and senior fitness specialist that focuses on health being a lifestyle and not as a means just to get skinny. And she's helped several women of all ages and sizes regain their health by developing sustainable fitness and nutrition habits, as well as focusing on loving their bodies as they are. And I follow Miss Tiffany on Instagram, and I followed her for a while. I don't even know if she knows this, but I have followed Tiffany for a while, and she always talks about loving the skin that you're in and not worrying about what other people think and just worrying about how you feel. She has this one post that always sticks out to me. It was about wearing clothes that for the size that you are. So even if you're losing weight, is look, don't buy the clothes that are two sizes too small and wear them out. You know, I always have the clothes like that as gold clothes, but then when I saw that, I realized like I might have gold clothes, but I still need clothes that just fit me at the time because there's no point in going out and wearing too small clothes just because I want to get there and I'm not feeling good about it, but just to wear what you are at the time and be happy with it. So her page is all of that. You know, it's always inspiring, always something to get you thinking and loving who you are. So when Lord said it was time, and I said, who am I going to get to come talk? You know, and Tiffany, you came to mind. I was like, I don't know if she does these things, but I went ahead and asked, and she graciously said yes. So She's going to talk to us about loving the skin you're in and a little bit about what she does and how she helps people and how she may be able to help you as well. So thank you very much for coming. Thank you, Tiffany, for coming, and you got it. So after Tiffany speaks, if you have questions and things like that, then we can all talk about that as well.
All right. Thank you, Nicole. Hi, ladies. So yes, I am a plus size personal trainer, running coach, strength coach, nutrition coach, senior fitness specialist. And a little bit about me, I am a mom to 3 and a wife, and I have done my own yo-yo dieting, obsessive exercise. Back in 2015, I started a really unhealthy diet and exercise journey that appeared healthy on the outside. I was losing weight. I was doing great things. I ran a marathon, a couple 2-day relays. So on the outside, everybody thought I was doing what I should be doing and coming to me for help. I was not anything other than just a mom at the time. I didn't have any background in fitness. And I ended up with some hormonal imbalances and some other injuries from not taking care of myself, not eating enough, and obsessive exercise. And we know from science that when we diet, we usually about 95% fail, and all of them will gain all of the weight back, if not more. That held true for me as well. And I went into a pretty deep, dark depression. Diet and exercise was my identity. And even at my smallest, I was a size 4, ran a marathon. I could not look in the mirror and see beauty in what I was doing. I still had too much loose skin. I wasn't small enough. I wasn't toned enough. I had stretch marks. Like there was nothing that anyone could say to me. There was no mountaintop that I was going to reach that could bring me joy in me, in my body. And I had hired a fitness coach, and that went downhill quick. It just was a disaster. And so I took a winter of depression and just, why am I here? What am I doing? And I decided, why do I have to hire a coach when I know that these coaches out here are not teaching women how to love the body that they have now and focus on health and inner happiness? The rest follows. So I became that coach because women need it. We need to be told that it's okay that we are a little bit bigger. Some of us are naturally bigger, and there's nothing, you can diet and exercise all you want to, but you're always going to naturally end at a spot that might be a little bit thicker, might be a little heavier. There's nothing wrong with that. Society doesn't tell us that right now. So my mission is to help women use fitness and nutrition to be healthy at any size, at any shape, no matter what. And what that looks like is eating foods that taste good and that make you happy and that remind, like food, there's cultural, there's race, there's so many different aspects to nutrition that when we look at diets, they don't take that into account. But when you go to your grandma's house, you remember you always eat this one thing. And when you're on a diet, you're like, oh, I can't have that. And you're watching everybody else eat it. And the same with fitness. People brutalize their bodies trying to shrink it when in reality, if you would just learn how to do the moves and do it properly, you feel so much better and you're able to live a life that feels good and is sustainable. And one of the keys to doing that is starting with ditching a diet and not joining like boot camp fitness classes and those sort of things. Surrounding yourself with other women who embrace a healthy. Healthy looks different on everybody. Some people are naturally healthy at a size 2, some are naturally healthy 14, 16, whatever. And so that's kind of my mission. That's kind of what I focus on with my business. I also believe that everybody can enjoy fitness, which is why I'm a senior fitness specialist. I work with women locally who have dementia. Sorry, parched here. And help them stay healthy and stay active. So yeah. Let's see, what else? I'm trying to hit my topics. I'm a quick speaker, I'm sorry. So one of the main things is, yes, like Nicole mentioned, is where you have to buy clothes that fit. And we have these goal clothes, but they're not helpful if we're not in a sustainable journey to get there. And so when you go into a store, I don't know if any of you guys have realized that, but I can wear a size 14 in some stores, and some stores a 20 is too tight. And you have to get over the size on the clothes because they're all the same size. If I'm in a size 14 one day and a size 20 the next day, I didn't gain 3 sizes overnight. And that's part of marketing. That's part of kind of what's, I don't want to say what's wrong with society, but what makes it really, really difficult for women to feel comfortable and confident in the skin they're in. And so when I go into a store, I just buy whatever it is. If I try on a 16 and they don't come above my knees, I'm like, well, okay, let me grab a 20. And it's fine. Like, it's absolutely fine. But it's stressful. I don't know how many of you have ever been into a clothing store. I've cried trying on pants because I'm like, I'm not 2 sizes bigger, and it's stressful. And when you can start to realize that the size on the pants doesn't change the size of your body,
Right.
that helps so much. And the other thing is, your happiness cannot be found in a size. Like, you know, we have Jesus for that, and changing the shape of your body, changing what you eat with it, what you do with it is not going to change how you feel about it unless you start doing things that make you feel good long term. For me, that was not dieting. It was not packing my meals in a Tupperware container because I wanted to be a size 4, and I wanted to get into those small pants. It took all the joy out of living. I was not happy. I was doing things, but I was not happy. I was obsessively running, and I got injured, and that didn't make me happy either. And it really had to come with sitting down and figuring out, who am I? Like, not my body. Like, what am I? What are my morals? What are my values? What do I want to accomplish in the world? Is my body keeping me from that? The answer is no. Our bodies are just a vessel. And when we focus so much on them, we forget who we are, and that we have an identity that has zero to do with us. And so, yeah, that's kind of where to start, is to really sit down and think about what you do that has nothing to do with your body. Basically, my entire life, I was yo-yo dieting, but I was a caregiver. My body size didn't matter. You know, it didn't matter. I could still give care. I'm a mom. My body size doesn't change how I parent. That's a good place to start. And I will stop there, and I will take some questions so that if you guys have them in your mind, you're not waiting. Any questions, comments, stories to share?